Do you have questions about RAID?
Sure do.
Like what?
Well, what is RAID?
RAID technology is an acronym for Redundant Array of Independent Disks or hard drives, often used in many network-attached storage devices or NAS devices like this D-Link DNS323 used to back up your data. The two main types or levels of RAID, RAID 0 and RAID 1, both require at least 2 hard drives and each have their own set of benefits and risks.
Okay, but what does that mean? And how can I use RAID to back up my photos, music, and documents?
Well, the different levels or types of RAID are like different types of sandwiches. Let me show you what I mean. Here we have the same type of ingredients on each side. On the left we'll be making a turkey club sandwich, which is like RAID 0 because instead of making 2 sandwiches, we make 1 large sandwich. RAID 0 uses at least 2 hard drives to basically make 1 large hard drive. And on the right, we're making 2 regular turkey sandwiches, which is like RAID 1 because 2 hard drives are used to write the same data on both hard drives, which gives you an additional backup to your backup. They use the same ingredients or data, but they use them in different ways and for different purposes, but each have their own set of benefits and risks. For example, it's much quicker to make 1 turkey club sandwich as opposed to 2 separate turkey sandwiches like on the right. When using RAID 0 on the left, the data is split between both hard drives, so each hard drive is only doing half the work and copies your files in half the time.
Okay, it's starting to make sense now. But what are some of the other differences between the two?
Well, for starters, RAID 0 can use the full capacity of both hard drives as long as they're the same size, so it can hold more data. RAID 1 uses half the capacity of both hard drives. So even though you have 2 500 gig hard drives, you can only store 500 gigs of data. And as you can see here, our turkey club, it can hold more stuff like pickles, bacon, and onion.
So RAID 0 will back up my files faster?
Yes, but like our 2 regular turkey sandwiches, if someone takes one of your sandwiches, you'll still have an additional backup. And similarly, RAID 1 gives you an additional backup if 1 hard drive fails and allows you to replace the bad drive with a new one and recopies or rebuilds your data. Whereas if something is wrong with your turkey club, like on the left, you don't have a backup and most likely you're out a sandwich. RAID 0 is the same way. If one of your hard drives fail, you could lose all of your data or files because half of all of your files were on the failed hard drive.
Okay, so RAID 1 is better if you want greater reliability.
Just remember, RAID 0 gives you increased speed and space so you can back up more files faster. And although slower to back up your files, RAID 1 gives you that extra reliability with an additional backup. So it's great for those very important documents and files. But it's good to know that D-Link's NAS devices give you the option to choose. So, do you understand what RAID is now?
I sure do, but before I figure out what type of RAID is best for me, I need a sandwich.
Me too.